Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, we are about to go live with something a little different. All right, audio check worked. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, it's me, the Old Humble Guy, and I'm doing something a little bit different today that I don't do very often. We're here on StreamYard, and you can come and join the chat, because what I'm going to be doing is, well, like I normally do with my midday streams where I just like bottle whiskey and we just talk about whatever the hell comes up. I'm going to, instead of being at the distillery bottling whiskey, where is it? Here it is. I am going to be building a little Serenity here in my pandemic office. I'm going to be putting together this beautiful little thing. My own Firefly class spaceship. I'm going to be putting that together. And y'all can come join and talk to me while I do this. I'm going to change cameras, turn on a light, and build it right here in front of me. While we talk, because I have been wanting one of these little models for I can't tell you how long. I love the TV show Firefly. I love the movie Serenity. It was a great series. It was a great movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And we can talk the movie. We can talk the series. We can talk whiskey. We can talk politics. We can talk religion. There is nothing off limits in my mind. I will talk about literally anything. And I'm on StreamYard. I don't have subscription to StreamYard anymore. There's the light that's going to be for this. I don't have a subscription to StreamYard anymore. So all the assets that I had for StreamYard has gone away. I may restart the subscription to StreamYard if this is a popular format to do. If y'all want to have chats, want to join the stream and have chat, I am willing to do that sort of thing, but I can't add an extra camera because I don't have a subscription anymore. But what I can do is switch cameras entirely, and that is this. There we go, and that is frozen. Yep, there we go. I lost connection with the camera. Let's try again. There it is. That's this camera. Let's go to the, it is not showing up at all. That's not how it's supposed to be. Let's see here. Try again. Nope. Well, maybe this is going to be a shorter lived than I thought. Maybe if I did this, remove that. And is it not even plugged in? Oh, yeah, it's plugged in. It's just not being helpful. All right. Let's try again. This computer, one of my next upgrades is going to be a new computer, because this computer is definitely struggling to do the things that I want it to do. All right, let's see. Do I got my USB camera? There we go. That is the camera. We're live. Okay, I'm going to pour myself my drink. I have some water over there. I've got a little whiskey right here. We have to freshen up that water. Okay, so here it is. The Firefly class ship. It has, let's see, I haven't ever worked on this camera. It's got the bags, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 5, 6, there's another 3. All the bags are numbered, and I think the numbers correspond with parts of the instruction manual. Let me get this out of the way. I don't have a huge operating platform over here. Move this to right there. Yeah, that'll be good. All right. So what I need is the instruction manual. There it is. The order of operations. Ooh, decals too. Check it out. Decals. That's going to be cool. Please follow the instructions to build your set. All right. These are all the pieces. A whole crap ton of pieces there. Y'all can't see that. There's a crap ton of pieces. It's like 1,000 pieces. And this is going to be a 1 foot thing. Okay, so the bag. Okay, so yeah, the bags do correspond to the different parts. That is the, looks like the mid section. That's the front section. Okay, so let's see what we got. All right, we're going to start with bag number 1. I'm going to flitter through here, find all the bag number 1s. And that will get us started. I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be doing this tonight. I do have an early morning tomorrow. I have a meeting. I don't know if I'm going to make this a periodic series or if I'm just going to build it on my own. I might do the periodic series. I think that'd be neat. Do a periodic series where I come in and I build my Serenity. I don't know how cool this thing's going to look at the end. But like I said, I like the show. I like the movie. Where the hell did it go? There it is. I like the show. I thoroughly enjoy the show. I've rewatched it several times. I thoroughly enjoy the movie. I've rewatched it several times. 5, 5, 5, 6, 3. Okay. So this can go down here. While I begin with bag number 1. All right. Time to get crack-a-lackin'. Ooh, a little sip of whiskey wouldn't hurt. Delightful. I'll put a coaster under there because I am not a savage. Boom. All right. Ooh, smoky. Like I said, you're welcome to join me in chat. You're welcome to join me on screen. The link is pinned. So feel free to jump on and jump up. Jump up, and get down. Hit the like, hit the share, subscribe, do all the things. Please and thank you. And I know I've been threatening for a long time to do some different kind of content. And this is one of those things that is definitely different kind of content. Do I need to turn the light down a little bit? Is that better? Okay, that'll do. Spotlight it over here. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Turn the camera this way just a little bit. There you go. Okay. All right, so first things first. We've got this this thing. These identical? Yeah, they're identical. Okay, so I've got 6. Now I got to get more bags open. Oh, bloody hell. Is this the bag I need? Yep, that's the bag I need. So Firefly was a short-lived series in the 90s. It was 1 season of 9 episodes, and one of the episodes was a 2-parter. So it was 10 episodes, really. I thought that was the bag I needed, but it is not the bag that I needed. Follows the adventures, the misadventures of the crew of the Serenity, hence, which was a Firefly class transport ship. The Serenity was named after the final battle of the rebellion of the outer systems from the unified inner systems. There we go. Because some people just don't want to be told what to do, how to think, how to be. Some people just don't want to do that. Okay, we start with that right there. So the systems rebelled. There was the brown coats. That's an interesting, one of these, I don't know if that's coming through on the screen. No, that didn't really come through. Okay, one of those has a divot in it. It's supposed to have a divot, and that's fine. Let's see here. We got this one up here. All right. And I'm sure for the Lego heads out there, this is going to drive y'all crazy because I do not build the way traditional Lego heads build. I do follow the instructions because I'm not a savage, but also I don't like separate all the pieces out into their different component parts. I still don't have all the damn pieces I need. Does this have the pieces I need? Nope. Does this one have the damn pieces I need? I know, if I separated them out, then it would all be there. Shut up. That is not true. Okay. I see them. They're upside down. Okay. So the entirely blank, I don't know if y'all can see that. No, you can't. Yeah. These one piece, these one knob pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, look exactly the same as the 0 knob pieces from the backside. So they look the same whether they have a knob or not, he said, as he just looks to the camera, ironically. Say hi in chat if you pop in. We just got started on this. But anyway, Mal was a captain, a brown coat captain. Captain, I think? Sergeant? Might have been a sergeant. I don't remember what his rank was. Y'all can inform me of that in chat. I really didn't care what his rank was. It wasn't really that big of a deal. As far as narration of the story, he was a squad leader at the very least. His first mate, Zoe, two of those. All right, on to the next step. His first mate, Zoe, his pilot, Wash. There it goes. There it is. All right. I'm going to have to do something about these sleeves, apparently, so that I don't lose pieces. We got that. We got Kaylee, who was the ship's mechanic. Not the first ship's mechanic. She became ship's mechanic after the first episode, or during the first episode, I suppose, because she was banging the original ship's mechanic. And Mal hired her. Okay, I need more. Let's see if it's in here. One of the pieces I'm looking for is in there. So, out you go. But it is by all means one of my all-time favorite TV shows and movies, because they did make a movie out of it. It's basically a space western. Joss Whedon was the producer, director, showrunner, writer. That's what he did. He was the writer. Joss Whedon of Oh God, Joss Whedon's gone on to do so many awesome things. He's done I think he did a Star Wars. He's done Avengers. He's done. Let's see here. This one goes across here. He's done all kinds of badass stuff. This one goes here. Got one more of those floating around here somewhere. I know I could just hear people getting annoyed with me because I'm sure y'all can see the exact piece that I'm looking for, and you're just like, why don't you use it? It's right there. Arr. Yeah, calm down, homie. This is Serenity, not angst. Stenity. Is that a word? But we've got all kinds of crazy shit going on in the world right now. So I wanted to build a little Serenity right here. And we've got ICE literally snatching people off the streets. We had ICE in the streets in Houston. And not the bad kind of ICE, the good kind of ICE. But that makes everyone nervous in Houston because, when there's ice in the street, the frozen water kind of ice, when ice is in the streets, it really makes people nervous to do anything. They shut the whole damn city down. I'm looking for one of those little claw things. I think I need to open up the last bag because I know for sure it's right there. Oh, here we go. We are officially fully unloaded. All right. Give me that piece, that right there that I'm looking for. But yeah, I mean, that literally shuts the entire city down when we get the frozen stuff on the roads. Why on earth do we have little guns? All right. I guess this is like an arsenal pad or something. There's like 3 guns that are supposed to be attached to this. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the little claw thingies. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. All right. And our little gun doohickeys. This one. Got this one. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure this is exactly where they need to go, but where's the other one? It's a black piece on a black surface, so it's like hard to see it. You know what I mean? All right. Then a long. I don't know if this is the right one, but it'll do for now as a stand-in, even if it's not the right one to use. Wait, here it is. I found the right one. This one. But there's like 2 more guns, and 1 more peg. Anyway, put that in there. Cool. Okay, so next, onward. What else about the show? The show was, like I said, it was a short-lived sci-fi series. It was on Fox. Fox screwed with its placement repeatedly. Made it very hard to find it, very hard to watch it. Where does this go? Right in the middle. And that's part of the reason why its viewership struggled. Its fans found it every time it was moved from one place, from one night to another night. Its fans found it, but it just made it hard to build a strong viewership base, which was challenging. But it also raised a lot of interesting, like sci-fi movies do. It raised a lot of interesting interesting questions about control from the uh, central government versus uh, distributed governance in a large enterprise like the Union of Planets or the Union of Systems or whatever it was called. Um, people could get away with a lot of things. They tried to do a lot of cool things. They tried to do, like, especially in the movie, they tried to create a drug called the Pax, and it backfired on them. That was one of the themes to the movie, was that every time the Union tried to do something to make for a more docile, or to make for a more, I don't want to say docile, that's probably not the right word. Anytime they tried to do something to take more control, that's the words I'm looking for. It would backfire on them, and they would kind of shoot themselves in the foot. They tried to make a more docile populace, and what ended up happening was some people just quit trying. It was called the Pax. Some people just quit trying and they laid down and died. And then other people went absolutely batshit bonkers insane. And they started eating their own flesh, eating their own face. That's what created what is known in the movie or in the show as the Reavers. And we only see the Reavers a couple of times in the show. They're basically a boogeyman that's just off screen. Most of the time they're just off screen, but in a couple of episodes they're front and center, well situated, front and center. All right, so we got these two things on here now. And now I got to build this thingy here, which is two of these little doodads, one of these little doodads, and what looks like wait a minute. Two of those little doodads. It looks like two of these little doodads. There we go. These little doodads here. And we're missing a piece that's supposed to be there. Looks like it's supposed to be a block of 4, but it doesn't have it in the item menu. Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay. I figured it out. It's that piece right there. Can you see that? It's that piece right there. So it's got 2 3/4 angles and this little half angle thing here. So on my normal day job, for those of you who are unaware, I do in fact own the Old Humble Distilling Company and make whiskey. And today was a day that will go down in infamy. I mean, I've fought battles all damn day long today. It drove me to the edge of sanity. In one of the battles, it wasn't even a big battle. It was just a waiting game, because I had to get my suspension dealt with, because the front tires on my car are damn near ready to fall off. Looks like this goes here. Well, the light is just shit. You're not going to see that over there. I'm guessing that's going to go there. If I had to guess. I'm guessing correctly. We'll get to it. But this isn't done being built. So set that there. A little bit more to go. We got 2 more of these. So yeah, my date deal actually. There's a very good chance that tomorrow I will go ahead and fire up the stream. I'm bottling whiskey tomorrow again. I've been bottling whiskey fiendishly as fast as I can. Bottling it up as fast as I can to get ahead of some orders. But then I found a problem with our reporting that is causing the orders to not come in. So I'm way ahead on bottling, but also simultaneously way behind because I've got a bunch of whiskey that we haven't gotten orders for, but the orders kind of stopped. So I had to solve that problem. And working on solving that problem is what I've been doing for the last. Is that better? Maybe I could just move this forward. Does that help? That helps a little bit. Okay. I'm good with that. So yeah, that's what I do on my day job. That's what I'm normally doing. I'm not, I am not a YouTuber with a distillery. I am a distiller with a YouTube channel. And that is a very, very important distinction. Because if you're ever wondering, hey, old Humble guy, why don't you ever do blah, 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 blah? It's because I have a job. I have a real job, like a day job. I have to work. I have to work on my real business that is a real thing that pays bills and feeds my family. So YouTubing is not exactly a hobby because it's part of my business, but it's also not the primary focus of my business. There will be more whiskey related content because I am trying to grow the channel a little bit more aggressively this year, 2026. I would like to see us pass 10,000 subscribers this year. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. I would like to see us pass 10,000 subscribers this year. I very aggressively moved us up to 5,000 subscribers last year. And I would like to see us get to 10 this year. That would be a nice little feather in the cap of the distillery. But the purpose of the channel has always been and will continue to be to market the whiskey and connect the distillery to people in a meaningful, human way. Not just be a generic factory brand, but be an actual person, an actual person, not just a name on a brand, but an actual person. Who do we got there? I don't have what it takes to be a live streamer. I don't think you've got what it takes to be a live streamer, champ. I've been doing this for 5 years, brother. But yeah, you go on with your bad self. Talk smack. In fact, drop about 5 or 6 more. Chats down there into comments down there into chat. I promise you, champ, I did not bought my subs. Most of them were built on not on live stream. Actually, I didn't build the subs through live streams. Most of the subs were built through shorts. 2.5 million views or so, almost 3, almost all the way through shorts. But hey, that's cool. You can think whatever you want. I don't mind. You're well within your rights to think whatever you want, champ. Where's the other piece that I'm looking for? Had 4 of these was what I was supposed to have. So that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this and this, I guess. No, not these 2. This one? Yeah, there we go. And again, this isn't my normal content. This is something completely different than what we do on a normal basis. Feel free to stop in tomorrow when I'm actually bottling up the whiskey and doing what I normally do. I'd be happy to chat with you. But I don't have the extra window when I do the live chats during the day because like I said, I'm working. So this is a departure from normal for me. A departure from normal, actually coming in, doing and like this. This is not something I normally do. Not by any stretch of the imagination. I am not seeing the piece that I'm looking for, actually, and that's kind of annoying me. I wonder if the piece that I'm looking for is actually down here. Nope. That one might be it. Yep, that's the piece that I'm looking for right there. This one is the one that I'm looking for. All right, what do we got? Chets. We got my subs through fiber. What the fuck is fiber? Oh, Fiverr. No, sorry, bud. Did not do that either. Fiverr is completely unreliable. I checked in on for an editor, and I had a video that I wanted to do and get edited, and I checked in on those guys. They're full of shit. They don't do. They really don't do what you need them to do. So yeah, no. Yeah, no, that's not a good way to go. It doesn't build a real community, doesn't build a real what is it? Doesn't build a real group of people who actually follow. Oh, Jim Acosta, cheers. I can probably go on address chat more often, but I'm actually doing this. Clavicular wants to know if I'm homosexual. No. Do I call Legos work? No, I don't call Legos work because Legos. No, my actual work is with the Old Humble Distilling Company. I actually make and distill whiskey. So tomorrow afternoon, I'll probably be doing real work. This is what I call a diversion from real work. This is nonsense. This is pure adulterated nonsense. So yeah, there you go. Because this is not what I do for a real job. I don't think anybody does this for a real job. Am I an alcoholic? Do I have a wife? Jim Acosta lives in a dry. You joined in on the council. Oh, there you are. All right, let's see if we have audio on you. Let's see here. Sneaker Chop coming to the stage. Are you there? There you are. Can I hear you?
Niggers! It only fucks niggers. Because CNN is on nothing but niggers. CNN's niggers.
And see, this is why I don't normally do. Forum, because you people suck. Nice one. Well done, Chief. And you know what happens when you get to go? We'll just hide you off the channel entirely. Bye. Anyway, okay, on to the other stuff. You see, that's all. Now I remember why I don't use StreamYard. Now I remember. Also, when they raised their prices, it wasn't really worth doing anymore. All right, what am I doing next? Where am I at? All right, there we go. So yeah, on normal afternoons, I am actually bottling, sometimes even distilling, bottling and distilling whiskey, because that is the job that actually pays the bills. This is just nonsense. And it doesn't really do anything except create a little diversion. Did I hear about Lego's new release? No, I did not. What was the Lego's new release? No, Spooky Sammy, I'm not a moonshiner. I am a licensed distiller in the state of Texas. I make and sell whiskey. In fact, I make and sell this whiskey. That whiskey right there. It is available online. You have to be 21 to receive it. I think that's everything on that. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yep. Further on. We got to put in decals. I hate decals. But that's fine. We'll put in decals on this. Let's see what we got. Biscuit doesn't drink. That's fine. Nobody forces anybody to do anything. You don't have to drink. I mean, you got to drink water, I guess. Otherwise, you get dehydrated and kind of don't make it to the next station. You know what I mean? It's a necessity. It's something you need. Alcohol has ruined many lives. It has, but I do not disagree. But it has also made a lot of people more tolerable. How do you feel selling your alcohol to drunks who may be abusing their family? That is not my... That is actually a really good question and a valid point. I do not encourage drinking to excess. I do not encourage alcoholism in any way, shape, or form. It is it's bad for you, but it's also a medical condition. And I'm not your doctor. I'm not your dad. I'm not your doctor. That is your personal responsibility. If you have a medical condition and you abuse it, then that is your responsibility, not mine. So it is my responsibility for underage people, and I can not sell to underage people, but it is not against the law for an alcoholic to buy a drink, and that is on them, not me. You don't have to like it, but I will not sell to intoxicated people. That is also against the law, and it's a personal preference too, because I really don't like hanging out with drunk people. They are dreadfully boring and not nearly as fun or funny as they think they are. All right, that goes over there for now. So I tend to avoid intoxicated people in general, which is ironic considering that I create, to a certain extent, intoxicated people. Go figure, eh? I sound like a principal drug manufacturer. I prefer to call it a sin merchant. And when I describe what I do poorly, I tell people that I make poison and then encourage the people to drink that poison. But no, I will not. I will check your IDs. I will not sell to kids. I will not sell to intoxicated persons. If you have a problem with alcohol or tobacco, for that matter, get help. I am not your therapist. I am not your dad. If you have a problem with substances, go seek help. That is that's on you, not me. There we go. There's that. I got this right? I got this ass backwards. This goes, it's the wrong one. It's this one. This goes here. Selling drugs, alcohol is a drug is bad, period. That is not true. Aspirin is a drug. Ozempic is a drug. There's a lot of drugs that you take. Caffeine is a drug. So you're factually incorrect on that, Chief. So there you go. There's a lot of drugs that are not only very helpful, but also not very harmful. You take your 1990s anti-drug messages, and you can kind of flush them down the toilet because they're not true. There are drugs that are harmful. A lot of those are on the Schedule 1. I think they're Schedule 1. I think that's what they're referred to. And commendable for the upcoming generation of kids who are drinking less alcohol. That's good for them. And physically, healthily, it's good for them. They're drinking less alcohol. And hopefully they're drinking better alcohol if they're drinking less alcohol. But a lot of them are just trading out the alcohol for cannabis. And yeah, that's not as good as people think it is. All right. A couple of these. What do we got in there? Your antinatalist. You're going to have to expound on that. Antinatalist? I'm not sure I've seen that phrase in the wild before. Cannabis is much better than alcohol. I'm not going to disagree with you. It has a much lighter hangover. If you use it in moderation, it has a lighter hangover. If you don't use it in moderation, it has just as bad a hangover as anything else. The key to anything, any kind of recreational behavior, is to do it in moderation. Any kind of recreational behavior, do it in moderation. It is far more healthy to do things in moderation than it is to not. So whatever you do it in moderation. Drugs that alter your mind state. All drugs alter your states. That's what they do. That's why they exist. You're using designations without differences. All right. Where's the thing that I'm looking for? It's this hoopy thing. Is that it? Yeah. Is that it? Okay. So I think it goes like this. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Two of these, two of those. All right. Let's see if I can figure this shit out. This one, and this one, and what's next? Do heroin number 4 in moderation. There are people. I'm not gonna. I've never done heroin. I wouldn't recommend it. It seems to be a fairly toxic drug. I wouldn't recommend it. It's probably a bad idea. Meth is probably bad for you too. Probably the damage done is probably far worse than how the fuck through there. And then this one, where'd it go? This one here? Oh, okay, that's how it goes. And then it goes here. Like so. Yep. And then that goes, nope, backwards. So moderation. Oh, yeah. without question, it has very detrimental health effects. I'm not going to lie. It absolutely does. If you are trying to find someone to tell you that alcohol doesn't have bad health effects, then you are finding the wrong person. I mean, it is. It's a class C carcinogen. I would talk you out of it if you were on the fence. I would talk you out of it. If you were not, then I would steer you towards the good stuff. Because if you're going to do it in moderation, you should at least do stuff that is good, tastes good in moderation. You know, if you're not going to drink a lot, and you shouldn't drink a lot, if you're not going to drink a lot, then you should, you know, do the good stuff. That's what I argue for people. You know, why you don't want to drink garbage. You don't want to eat garbage. Delta 9 laced with fent. That's probably a bad idea. I wouldn't do that. I would recommend against it. I would argue. I would I would strongly suggest you go find help for that, champ. That's going to be a bad time. Okay, so it looks like I'm making another wing to go on the opposite side of the body there. And here we go. This is take a shot on stream from that. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Let's see here. What am I looking for? This one. Oh, this is coming together much quicker than the other one. Now that I know what I'm looking for, now that I know what I'm putting together. There it is. What else? Anyway, I reckon most of y'all are probably too young to have been familiar with Firefly. Unless you saw the Serenity, the movie. You may have seen the series. The series is on Disney. So there's that. But yeah, one of my all-time favorite fandoms. Thoroughly enjoy it. Oh, this is a shitty decal. All right, that'll do. Biscuit is old. You say that, but my interaction with most people on here is usually people who are significantly younger than I am. But that's all right. I'll take your word for it. Let's see. This goes under here. Is that everything? Yep. And then build that little thing again with the little arm sticking out. This one. I need one of this one. No, not that one. Not that one. This one. I need one of. Where is it? This one. I would rate the liquor 2 out of 10. The guy sounds very rude. Stay with what I know. Yeah, that was one of my. That was one of my. Those are great reviews from. So there's a comic, and I use the term loosely, comic, named Dirty and Red. It's a pair of dudes named Dirty and Red, and they review bombed my Yelp site. So that was awesome. People who've actually been to the distillery, though, people who've actually been to the distillery and actually had the whiskey have had a much better time. If you read the actual response to that, you will understand what I'm talking about. Because I think I responded to that one. There's also one that was there was also one that said that I had security guards escort them out of the distillery. And I don't have security guards in my distillery. That was one of the ones that I thought was the funniest, to be quite honest. And that was another one that I responded to. Said, yeah, this was a period of time we weren't even open. We weren't even open yet, you dumb idiots. But hey, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. When you go out into the public and you run into people, sometimes, just like that guy who was on earlier, sometimes they're assholes. And that's, hey, can't do really anything about that. People are just going to be assholes sometimes. All right, so I got two of these. This one and this one. And this piece here. I think that, yeah, those two, this one, and this one. Nope, this one. Yep, that did it. So yeah, I might make this a regular series. This could be fun. You've been to my distillery and I was rude. I promise you, if you've been to my distillery and I was rude, you 100% deserved it, Chief. I promise you. But also, you haven't been to my distillery, so nice try. But hey, if you do come to the distillery and mention one of those reviews, I will give you a free drink. So there's that. There's that. If you come, mention one of those reviews, you will get a free drink. So there you go. That is an Old Humble guarantee. Let's see here. What are the other ones that I'm looking for? Nope. Where are we at? We're teaching them how to handle liquor responsibly. Thanks, Cheryl. Oops. A little piece jumped down. Hang on. Little piece jumped down. There it is. Ugh. The important thing about handling liquor responsibly is that you keep it away from open flames. Open flame is bad for liquor, and it's an irresponsible way to handle it is around open flames. There you go. You're welcome. And that one? No, not that one. This one. Boom. All right. Now what? All right, so I got this weird looking piece here on top of this little thin piece there. Goes like so. And then this little square piece here. He's a little buzzed. No, sorry, hon. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. But hey, if this goes on long enough, here is my nephew. Now, see, Cheryl, now you're just going to have to get banned off the channel. Bye. You're gone now. See, we have community standards, and I abide by community standards. So you suck. Oh, I have no idea what the title of the video is. This was like 3 years ago. Maybe longer. Not sure. But I do know that he went to jail shortly after that because he was in violation of his parole because he had assaulted a guy in Dallas. I think it was Dallas. He had assaulted some old some guy at a Home Depot, I think, in Dallas, and that guy sued him. And well, it was criminal charges because it was assault of the guy was like 60 or 65 years old, and it was the kind of assault that puts you in jail. So they pressed charges. He went to jail, and it was the video he did with me that sent him to jail, and that is why he review bombed my Yelp page. So there you go. That's he's also the dude who shut down I-45 to play basketball in the middle of traffic. Like, this guy makes bad decisions. He's a complete dumbass. To say the very least. A complete dumbass. I mean, that is pure dumbass behavior. Shut down a freeway in the middle of rush hour to play basketball. Yeah, that got him arrested too. He spent time in jail for that. People in the actual comedians in the city of Houston, actual people in the city of Houston despise him. He is actual comedians loathe him. Like, he can't get time on a stage because he's not entertaining. He's not funny. He can't get time on a stage at all. He's not funny. The actual community hates him. They won't let him perform in any clubs around here. True story. True story. But it's not my problem. He actually did end up buying a bottle of whiskey from me. Or at least his buddy did. So there's that, I suppose. Let's see here. I need 2 4s. This one and this one. Nope. This one and what else? That one. Sounds like he's talking about himself. Sounds like he's talking about himself. Oh, zing, dork. I'm seething about the guy. Is that what you think I'm doing? Okay. Getting stale. Fair enough. The door's over there. Y'all don't have to stay, but I appreciate the engagement. I didn't think this would actually draw anybody in, but it's a weird thing about using StreamYard. StreamYard seems to draw people in on its own. The platform itself seems to attract better than OBS does. OBS is a more stable platform. I like using it a little bit more, but StreamYard seems to draw, like, somehow attract people. Somehow. All right, I don't know what that piece is. See if I can find it in here somewhere. Oh, it's this thing. Okay. Oh, come on. All right. What else is in there? Made such King Cobra. I don't know who that is. And I'm willing to bet. Well, I'm willing to take a side-by-side taste test. Well, about I've sold more whiskey than him. Willing to bet. But assuming he has his market, never heard of the guy. But I'm sure he has his market. We did a bottle of we taste tested a bottle from Tucson, Arizona yesterday on my live stream. And that was fun. It was a really good bottle of whiskey too. Much better than I expected it to be. But y'all weren't here for that. Probably because you had school this morning. He's dead. Well, oh, King Cobra's a white nationalist? Well, he definitely does have his market. And yeah, I don't doubt that he's a piece of shit. I don't have a whole lot of good things to say about white nationalists. You can take that shit and bring it wherever you want to bring it, but it doesn't need to be brought here. We don't play those games. Let's see here. We're making good progress on this. I think I might go ahead and make this a regular series. There's like 9 bags. So I could keep coming back and do another bag, another segment of the build as we progress through it. Okay, this is some kind of dumb tabletop here. The Private Reserve comes preloaded with GHB. Private Reserve. We bought some whiskey for a party on our island. It's one of the worst whiskeys we ever had. Pedophiles go away too. I guess I need to add some more words to the to the auto ban list. And how about all right, fine. That son of a bitch. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna get baited into it. Nope, not gonna do it. That son of a bitch, though. Seriously. They need to have some fucking arrests. Some people need to go to the jails. Like all the way to jail. That's a bottle, not a glass. Ooh, good save. All right, and this goes on to that place right there. Apparently, this is a galley. What else we got? Ban anyone who criticizes. I haven't banned anyone who criticized my whiskey. I banned pedophiles and racists. You want to try? Put Biden under the jail. Hey, if he committed crimes, put him under the jail. But you know whose name hasn't turned up in the files? I mean, if his name turns up in the files, treat them all the same. Treat them all the same. I mean, it's just gross. What information has come out is just gross. It really is gross. And there's no I mean, I don't think there's another way to describe it. It's just fucking gross. And anybody who defends that is disgusting. And I don't need that kind of energy around me. I will toss you. Why am I angry? Is that so? Why aren't you? I mean, that's a fair question to ask, don't you think? You got kids in horrible circumstances. Why aren't you angry about it? Why are you okay with that? Ask yourself that question. I'm not okay with it. I think it's pretty awful to be honest. Oh, there's that. And then there's this one, I think. These pieces are opposite of each other, so I got to find the right. They're not all interchangeable. I think America is going to collapse. Do I think America is going to collapse? Great question. Glad you asked. Happy to answer it. No, I don't think America is going to collapse. I think America needs to engage in reforms in order to prevent it from happening. And in the long arc of history, the long arc of history of our country, that's exactly what happens. They reform and prevent collapse. I mean, we've been at risk several times of collapse. Going all the way, going all the way back to the 1780s. You know, pre-Constitution, the Articles of Confederation were a disaster, and we were ripe for the nation was ripe for collapse. It was literally falling apart. Wait a minute. Did I not do this right? Oh, I didn't need to put the little piece on there. It was literally on the verge of collapse due to uncollected taxes, states just ignoring the central government. But yeah, the entire country could have just collapsed then. But instead, they decided to have a constitutional convention and reform processes and procedures and actually establish a rule of law. It was on the verge of collapse in the early 1800s. It was on the verge of collapse in the late 1800s, the banking crisis. It was on the verge of collapse in during the Great Depression. We were so close as a country to complete and total political and economic collapse. We were on the verge of becoming, like, legitimately becoming a communist state after during the Great Depression. The rise of communist parties during the Great Depression was a serious existential threat to the way things were being done in the United States. And you can debate whether or not that was a good thing or a bad thing. But FDR's reforms saved the country. What am I looking for? This one right here. They really did. And the very, very progressive reforms, and conservatives fought them tooth and nail, and arguably have continued to fight them to this day, to the point where they're still trying to unravel some of the things that FDR did. It's pretty wild when you look at the whole long arc. Am I related to Jimmy the Hobo? I don't even know who that is, bud. I mean, I might be. I don't know. But considering I don't know who it is, it's entirely possible. All right. This goes. Oh, I got to do this whole fucking thing again. God damn it. Fine. All right. This. Well, we'll do this one, and then we'll do this one. And this is one of those $5 Legos. The truth is Israel controls the USA. No, that's not that's not true either, Chief. But hey, Israel might control the Republican Party. That's entirely possible. But no, Israel doesn't control the United States. Sorry, that's a fantasy world. The next conspiracy is the Rothschilds. Go ahead. That's not a thing either. There's this one. There's this one. There's this one. Yep. Then those all go here and here. All right. And there's this one. Let's see here. 50 years old, no wife, no kids, Democrat, confirmed gay. All right. If you think, if you're hitting on me, you should know I'm taken. I'm not your type, and you're not mine. Let's see here. That goes there. Then we got. Well, where'd it go? This one. And this one. And it's adorable, though. It's adorable, though, that you think gay is an insult. It speaks volumes about what you're repressing in your own life there, champ. Maybe have some introspection there about what you really desire. Because I think you're suppressing and deflecting a little bit more than you should. Just so you know, we see you. It's okay. It's okay. You can go ahead and come out. You're among friends. Other way. This way goes here. Yeah. There it is. And there it is. So why not call it the Gay and Humble Distilling? Like I said, you are among friends. You can call what you do whatever you want. Oh, and by the way, Humble is the city. It's the location of where we're at. In case you wanted to come and visit. Vanessa Kitty's in the house. What's up, Vanessa Kitty? You have joined the romper room. Got a bunch of fucking kids here who don't know shit about shit. What have you been up to, madam? Humble, Maine? Is it? Is there an Humble, Maine? I am unfamiliar with that place. Soft H. That's what I was asking about. Oh, Johnny, I hope you do. Come on and visit. We got plenty of seats. We got plenty of seats. We got plenty of room. We're open on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You're welcome to come and say hi anytime. We're open. What the fuck am I doing here? Okay, this one right here. That one, I need one of. That one. We're just about at the end of the road here, kids. I never know who's watching. Bum, bum, bum. Johnny Somali is suggesting he's ice. That's all right, bud. I don't mind. You're welcome. Like I said, you're always welcome to come and visit. We have long tables, plenty of room. You can come on a tour, have some cocktails, whatever it is makes you happy. For real. For real. You buy so much whiskey, it might give me a heart attack. Well, the state limits you to 4 bottles per person per month. So you'll have to, if you want to buy more than 4 bottles, you're going to have to come back 30 days later. Them's the rules. The state of Texas doesn't want people going out and dancing, I guess, or whatever. They got to, control people's behavior and whatnot. That's what the state of Texas does. Live free and do what we tell you. You want to buy at least 10 bottles, you're going to have to bring 2 friends, champ. That's how it goes. If you want to buy 10 bottles, you got to bring 2 friends because it's 4 bottles per person per month. 1 friend, 8 bottles, 2 friends can be 10. Hell, 2 friends can be 12. You are allowed to buy 12 bottles with 2 friends. That's why we need Dems out of Texas. I hate to tell you this, Bubba, but you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, Republicans have controlled this state since 1990. And for quite a while, Vanessa. It's been since 2013 when it was actually raised to 4 bottle. It used to be 2 bottles per person per month, and it was raised from 2 bottles to 4 bottles in God, I want to say it was 2000. I can't remember. 2000, about 3 years ago, I want to say. So whatever 3 years ago was, 23. Yeah. I want to say it was 23. Yeah, it used to only be 2 bottles per person per month. It really sucked. When was the old lady governor? That would have been the 90s. Late 80s, early 90s. Ann Richards, I think, is who you're thinking about. And that was Jesus. That was before George W. Bush became governor. Johnny Somali, you were such a just like that, you code switched. Oh, but that's why we got to get those Republicans out. Oh, but the Republicans just saved your business. No, it would actually be nice if they got out of the way of my business, to be honest, and just let me do my business. But hey, it's cool. They have their constituency, and their constituencies are not craft distilleries. They know who feathers their bed, feathers their nest. Yeah. Oh no, but you said they were rhinos. You see, you don't. It's okay. It's okay, Johnny Somali. You don't have to know what you're talking about. It's okay, bud. Mr. Mom's in the house too. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Is my drink 147 proof? No, God, no. No. 147 proof is no. We don't do that. No, my whiskeys are 90 proof though. So there's that. What the? It's this one. And I'm almost done with this. So I think we'll come back to do the next set of them, the next bag in, I don't know, a couple of weeks maybe. Whenever I get some more free time. I don't normally, like, this isn't part of my normal day-to-day. Because unlike you guys, I have a job. But yeah, I mean, I assume when school starts tomorrow, some of y'all are going to have the walkouts coming up on Friday, I assume. See, I'm just assuming that these are a bunch of high schoolers. Kids. Let's see here. Rhinos, those are people that drink too much asking for a friend. Mr. Mom, it's been a while since I've seen you on one of my streams. Welcome to the party, man. Welcome to the party. The romper room let out, and we got a bunch of A bunch of children on the stream. I don't no, that's not where those go. Let's get these back off of here. All right, let's see what we did. These. Well, fuck. I'll fix that later. That's cool. They go this way? Yeah. I can fix that later. Not a problem. All right. Then that's that. Let's see here. And I fucked it up. Never know who's watching. A thinly veiled threat from Johnny Somali. See, Johnny Somali also thinks I care. But hey, like I said, mention one of the live streams, mention one of the Yelp reviews. Hell, put in your own Yelp review. And verified reviews go to the top. The fake ones go away. All right. I think I might be able to fix this one if I'm careful. Nope. I can't. Maybe. Nope. I can't fix it. Oh, well. Oh, well. I'll be able to repair it better later. Not a problem. Not a problem. All right. So this goes onto here. Around the back. 2 trailer park girls go around the outside. All right. That's that. Kids do have a lot to learn. Yeah, Vanessa, no kidding. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, that's the end of packet 1. And I'm going to wrap it. That's the end of packet 1. The next packet is packet 2. And that's the nose. Can you see that? Yeah, that'd be the nose of the ship. And that can wait till later. I don't need to do that tonight. So there we go. We'll get on with it. We'll get on with it on another day, on another stream. Do I or am I considering doing American single malt? Yes, sir. I am considering doing American single malt. No, Johnny, I'm not going to finish the nose. It's 11:30. I've been at this for an hour and a half. I'm good. But hey, thanks for the enthusiasm, bud. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Vanessa, Mr. Mom, all the rest. I should have bought Bitcoin. Then I could be like you and troll YouTube chats for a living. Oh, Johnny Somali, we know good and well what you do for a living. And I promise you, if you don't remember to put the fries in the bag, I will see to it that you are unemployed. You put the damn fries in the bag, kid. Do it. All right. I'm not going to give you any more hell. This has been fun, children. This has been fun. The nose. Maybe I'll do the nose. No, I don't want to do the nose. I'm done. I'm tired. Not really tired, but I've had a long day. I've had a long day, and I've got a fucking meeting in the morning and another meeting in the afternoon. But I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. I'll probably hop on the stream tomorrow and do a bottling run. So, well, thanks, Johnny Somali. I appreciate that. There's a very real chance that I will be streaming tomorrow noon-ish, sometime around noon or 1 o'clock. Our tasting room opens at Mr. Mom. I swear to God, when I saw that, I thought it said "cocks tight and moist," and I was like, "Oh, Mr. Mom, come on." That was unfortunate. You never know who's watching. I never know who's watching. That's probably my favorite comment so far. No, Chris Hansen 1231. I do not put red wax on my bottle tops. I do not put red wax on my bottle tops. That is another company. That is Maker's Mark. We are not a Kentucky whiskey distillery. We are a Texas whiskey distillery. We make good whiskey. But this is what we did today. This is ultimately what it's going to be. Well, that's terrible lighting. This is ultimately what it's going to be. A Firefly class ship from the movie Serenity. It's not even Legos. It's Auenblock. Some German, whatever. But like I said, this is a departure from normal. For me. Usually we have a much more whiskey focused or just chat focused. But this was a ton of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed mixing it up with you guys. This was a ton of fun. All right, we're gonna wrap it. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, thanks for visiting. Come and visit us at the distillery. Don't forget to hit like and the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so the next time we stream, it will come up on your feed. Until we meet again, cheers and good night.